Mob Psycho as a whole constantly brings up the struggles of toxic masculinity, and the angle I want to approach today is the simultaneous abuse and burden of power. The anime creates this contrast between a character Mob and those around him when it comes to how they handle the power given to them, whether that be an authoritative position, psychic powers, or just overall general strength. Characters like Teruki, Kamuro, and even Ritsu use these powers that are placed onto them to fuel their inferiority complexes and main character syndrome, which creates this toxic abuse of power. Forces of the patriarchy often cause this abuse because a man's self-worth is often equated to the power that he has, which leads to beliefs that your strength, ability to control, dominate, bully, and oppress is what makes you valuable. Patriarchy also takes this equation of a man's value and strength to impose a type of burden onto men as well. To be the ones drafted to go to war, to have this obligation to be the breadwinner, or just this idea that you have to be tough and take on all of your problems and struggles by yourself. All of this directly contrasts our main character Mob, who is taught by his master Reigen that his powers don't make him special, as they're just another quality like if someone was taller or smarter. With that outlook, Mob forgoes this patriarchal concept that a man's value lies in his strength, much to the confusion of the characters around him, and all Mob wants to do is redirect his goals into something more meaningful and positive, which is why the Body Improvement Club is such a perfect match for the character. And the question of the burden of strength raises itself in the final battle of the first season when Mob is faced with the dilemma of should he use his powers to fight others, to which Reigen says that it's okay sometimes to run and even rely on others when facing problems rather than taking on the burden of it by yourself. And that's the brilliance of the twist when Reigen is temporarily given Mob's powers. The show tells us that as men suffering under patriarchy, we don't have to face our problems alone. We don't need to succumb to these expectations of power that society has placed on us. We can lean on the people closest to us for support. And ultimately, our strengths should be used to help the people around us in turn, to redirect our strength as a means to support others, to find positive outlets for the gifts we've been given, to let go of this notion that power is what makes us valuable. Mob Psycho brilliantly crafted a story to help understand our fight against the patriarchy, and it starts with positive conscious decisions for ourselves and what we do one step at a time.